Samogitian is a dialect of the Lithuanian language, considered a separate language by some, spoken mostly in Samogitia. Attempts have been made to standardize it. The Samogitian dialect should not be confused with the middle dialect of the Lithuanian language as spoken between the 16th and 18th centuries, which was sometimes referred to as the Samogitian language. History. The Samogitian language, heavily influenced by Curonian, originated from the East Baltic Proto-Samogitian dialect, which was close to Orc-Station dialects. During the 5th century, Proto-Samogitians migrated from the lowlands of central Lithuania, near Kaunas, into the Dubysa and Jura basins, as well as into the Samogitian highlands. They displaced or assimilated the local, Curonian-speaking Baltic populations. Further north, they displaced or assimilated the indigenous, Semigalian-speaking peoples. Assimilation of Curonians and Semiglians gave birth to the three Samogitian subdialects, Dunaninkus, Donaninkus, and Dunaninku. In the 13th century, Samogitia became a part of the Baltic Confederation called Lietuva, which was formed by Mindaugas. Lithuania conquered the coast of the Baltic Sea from the Livonian order. The coast was populated by Curonians but became a part of Samogitia. For the 13th century onwards, Samogitians settled within the former Curonian lands, and intermarried with the population over the next 300 years. The Curonians had a huge cultural influence upon Samogitian and Lithuanian culture, but they were ultimately assimilated by the 16th century. Its dying language has influenced enormously the dialect, in particular phonetics. The earliest writings in Samogitian language appeared in the 19th century. Samogitian and its subdialects preserved many features of the Curonian language, for example, widening of Proto-Baltic short I, widening of Proto-Baltic short U, preservation of West Baltic diphthong a, no t, d, palatalization to c, d, z, specific lexis, like Cyrillis, pile, litis, etc. Retraction of stress, shortening of ending as to s like in Latvian and Old Prussian, as well as various other features not listed here. Grammar. The Samogitian dialect is highly inflected like Standard Lithuanian, in which the relationships between parts of speech and the roles in a sentence are expressed by numerous flexions. There are two grammatical genders in Samogitian, feminine and masculine. Relics of historical neuter are almost fully extinct, while in Standard Lithuanian some isolated forms remain. Those forms are replaced by masculine ones in Samogitian. Samogitian stress is mobile but often retracted at the end of words, and is also characterized by pitch accent. Samogitian has a broken tone like the Latvian and Danish languages. The circumflex of Standard Lithuanian is replaced by an acute tone in Samogitian. It has 5 noun and 3 adjective declensions. Noun declensions are different from Standard Lithuanian. There are only 2 verb conjugations. All verbs have present, past, past iterative and future tenses of the indicative mood, subjunctive and imperative moods, and infinitive. The formation of past iterative is different from Standard Lithuanian. There are 3 numbers in Samogitian: singular, plural and dual. Dual is almost extinct in Standard Lithuanian. The third person of all 3 numbers is common. Samogitian, as the Standard Lithuanian, has a very rich system of participles, which are derived from all tenses with distinct active and passive forms, and several gerund forms. Nouns and other declinable words are declined in 7 cases: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, instrumental, locative, and vocative. Linguistic differences between Samogitian and Standard Lithuanian. Samogitian differs from Standard Lithuanian in phonetics, lexicon, syntax and morphology. Phonetic differences from Standard Lithuanian are varied. Each Samogitian subdialect has different reflections. Standard Lithuanian Samogitian I short e, sometimes e, u short o, e I, o u o, I e long e a I, u o o, our, u I a e, u e o u o, and on. Un on an in southeastern, on in the central region, and o or ow in the north. En in southeastern, n in the central region, and o or a in the north. U in stressed endings un and unstressed uo. Y sometimes in. I from ancient I, u from ancient o our, u. I from ancient a long e a I, ct, dzd. Iowa e, ioe. Unstressed Iowa e. The main difference between Samogitian and Standard Lithuanian is verb conjugation. The past iterative tense is formed differently from Lithuanian, while in Samogitian, the word liuob is added instead before the word. The second verb conjugation is extinct in Samogitian. It merged with the first one. The plural reflexive ending is muos instead of expected mis, which is in Standard Lithuanian and other dialects. Samogitian preserved a lot of relics of arithmetic conjugation which did not survive in Standard Lithuanian. The intonation in the future tense third person is the same as in the infinitive in Standard Lithuanian it gifts. The subjunctive conjugation is different from Standard Lithuanian. Dual is preserved perfectly while in Standard Lithuanian it has been completely lost. The differences between nominals are considerable too. The fifth noun declension has almost become extinct. It merged with the third one. The plural and some singular cases of the fourth declension have endings of the first one. The neuter of adjectives is extinct while in Standard Lithuanian it is still alive. Neuter pronouns were replaced by masculine. The second declension of adjectives is almost extinct. Only singular nominative case endings survive. The formation of pronominals is also different from Standard Lithuanian. Other morphological differences. Samogitian also has many words and figures of speech that are altogether different from typically Lithuanian ones, e.g., kiosas, basket, tevs, thin, rebas, ribs, ajebantas, can't be, and many more. Subdialects. Samogitian is also divided into three major subdialects: Northern Samogitian, Western Samogitian, and Southern Samogitian. Historically, these are classified by the pronunciation of the Lithuanian word duona, bread. Quote, they are referred to as donininkai, and donininkai. Political situation. The Samogitian dialect is rapidly declining. It is not used in the local school system and there is only one quarterly magazine and no television broadcasts in Samogitian. There are some radio broadcasts in Samogitian. Local newspapers and broadcast stations use Standard Lithuanian instead. There is no new literature in Samogitian either, as authors prefer Standard Lithuanian for its accessibility to a larger audience. Out of those people who speak Samogitian, only a few can understand its written form well. Migration of Samogitian speakers to other parts of the country and migration into Samogitia have reduced contact between Samogitian speakers, and therefore the level of fluency of those speakers. There are attempts by the Samogitian Cultural Society to stem the loss of the dialect. The Council of Telsai City put marks with Samogitian names for the city at the roads leading to the city. A new system for writing Samogitian was created. Writing system. The first use of a unique writing system for Samogitian was in the interwar period. However, it was neglected during the Soviet period. so only elderly people knew how to write in Samogitian at the time Lithuania regained independence. The Samogitian Cultural Society renewed the system to make it more usable. The writing system uses similar letters to Standard Lithuanian, but with the following differences. There are no nasal vowels. There are 3 additional long vowels, written with macrons above a, e, o. Long I in Samogitian is written with a macron above I. The long vowel E is written like E with macron, and E. Image ESMG. JPEG in the pre-Unicode 8-bit computer fonts for Samogitian, the letter E with macron was mapped on the code of the letter O. For this circumstance, belief sprang that E with macron could be substituted with the character O. It is not so, however. In fact, if the letter E with macron is for some reason not available, it can be substituted with the doubling of the macron-less letter, that is, E. There are 2 additional diphthongs in Samogitian that are written as digraphs our and a. As previously, it was difficult to add these new characters to typesets. Some older Samogitian texts use double letters instead of macrons to indicate long vowels. For example, AA for A and E for E. Now the Samogitian Cultural Society discourages these conventions and recommends using the letters with macrons above instead. The use of double letters is accepted in cases where computer fonts do not have Samogitian letters. In such cases, Y is used instead of Samogitian I, the same as in Standard Lithuanian, while other long letters are written as double letters. The apostrophe might be used to denote palatalization in some cases, in others I is used for this, as in Standard Lithuanian. A Samogitian computer keyboard layout has been created. Samogitian alphabet samples.